What's good, everybody? Welcome to an episode of Football Heads, man. Special edition. O State versus Michigan, man. I'm in here with a good friend of mine, man. In the back of his joint, man, in his dungeon, his craft, man. And man, you might as well call it O State Stadium. You got my good friend right here, Big Jim. What's good, Jim?
That's all good. Good Buckeye Jim today.
Man, listen. We trying to get this done real quick. We want to watch this game. You itching to watch the game. You itching to be with your with the wife and kids and everything. I gotta go back chill with my lady and everything. So man, you know what, man? Let's start off with the tell of the tape, man. Tell of the tape. Number three versus
2 versus 7.
2 versus 7. Excuse me. 2 versus 7, man. You got O State, high powerful offense. You got Michigan State, man, on top. I think in top 20 defense, run defense at least. How you think it's gonna go, man?
It can go a lot of ways. It's just how Ohio State plays, how they come and play. It could be a blowout. It could be a close game. But I do think it's just how Ohio State wants to play this game.
Well, I just think, Harbaugh been there for about 5 years.
Yes, around 5.
The smack 5 years. 5 years, no victories whatsoever. It's in the shoe this year, right?
No.
Okay. I done slipped up. It's in the big house. I just think, man, they got a decent quarterback or whatever. The running game for them is halfway decent. I just still think Michigan they cannot pull it off. They just can't pull it off.
Michigan is basically a running team. If we can stop the run, it can get ugly. With us, we need to just protect CJ. CJ can get rattled back there when it's pressure, but if they give him some time to get the ball, and also if he needs to go through his options, and if the option's not there, he needs to run this day, this game.
Okay.
He hasn't ran yet, but if he runs, it could be a blowout because now you cannot just come downhill on Travion Henderson. You have to respect him.
How do you feel about CJ Stroud this year? Being a true freshman, since Oregon, when what was it, week 2, week 3, watched Oregon. I'm thinking, he's just a young guy. I'm thinking his head was, above water, but throughout the weeks, he progressed and stayed up, and now he, a Heisman Trophy pick. He just took levels to a whole nother thing. I mean, how do you feel about it?
Yeah, he played just as good as a freshman can play. He made a couple mistakes. But that's fresh mistakes.
Yes. I appreciate everybody that's watching right now, man. Chat with your boy, man. Come holler at me, man. We can spit it up, man. Chop it up. Y'all trying to get on, man. I send you the link. You can say whatever, man. If you're a Michigan person, say Michigan. If you're Ohio boy, say OHIO. Let's go, man. I'm looking at the numbers, man. Javion Smith. Oh my God, he leading with 1,100 yards. You know what I'm saying? Henderson, he got 1,098, which I thought Henderson was like at 700-800 yards, but you can tell what type of freshman season he had. Compared to the roster, especially like with Master T, I like him. He's a senior. He just wasn't it for right now. You see what I'm saying? Like Teague is probably more of a fullback than the tailback.
Yeah, you probably won't see Teague this game. It's going to be Henderson and probably Meatball when we get down to.
I feel you, baby. Let's go OHIO. I feel you, baby. Shout it out. But yeah, man, it's just I want to break it down to where let's go to the Michigan side. They had that terrible loss with Michigan State, and then we come up They lose. The Michigan State lose to Purdue. Then we hands Purdue a whooping, and then we mess around and hands Michigan State a whole can of whooping. And now, do you feel is there going to be like just a washout? Is there going to be a washout?
I don't know. I don't know. It depends. If we start fast and we can jump on them, I mean, that's one thing about Ohio State. It can get ugly quick. And if they can do that, I mean, you're not. If we get up 21, it's over. You're not going to come back on Ohio State if we're up 21 points. Now, if we mess around, can't score in the red zone, because if you look at Ohio State games that you probably thought was close, they just wasn't scoring in the red zone. They're kicking field goals. Now, if they would have got points instead of those field goal attempts, the outcome would have been much larger score. We can score quick, but when we get down that red zone, we have to get the ball in.
Well, you know what, man? Since we here, excuse me, y'all, the layouts or the overlays, I can't see them, so I'm just tapping. But I'm gonna go to this right here, and this is for every Buckeye fan. You go ahead and shout it out. Let me know. OHIO in this joint. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right, man. Anyway, who is the best? We've been watching Buckeye football for maybe over 20-something years. Who was the best to you? Was the best Buckeye ever that stepped on that field, man?
That's hard to say. I really can't.
You only got one. You only pick one. You know what? I'll give you two. Anybody out there, go holler. Who's the best? Chat it out, and we'll chop it up. Shout out my baby Bud.
In terms of talent,
yes,
I guess you got to go best in field. I mean, there's nobody ever been more talented to play for Ohio State. So.
You really think so? Explain why.
It's fast. He's strong. I mean, he just did. If he would have played the whole year, you would have seen more Justin Fields. He didn't. He got 6 games last year, 7 games. Yeah, Justin Fields is a monster.
Well, okay.
Talent
wise, he is good. He is a dog. He is a dog. But for me, the best O-State player that ever played for me, I think was Eddie George. It was Eddie George to me, man. His junior year, he had nobody really knew him. He had 1,400 yards. But his senior year, he stepped up. I mean, he took O-State to the Michigan game. Tim Bianca Batuga ran all over us, But Eddie, man, he won the Heisman Trophy that year. He got over 2,000 yards. I mean, he was a part of a team that. It was three, four guys got first round. It was him. It was Eddie. It was Dudley. It was Terry Glenn. You know what I'm saying? Or it was Joey Galloway. One of the two, Terry Glenn and Joey Galloway. It was one of the receivers. I can't remember. It might have been both of them. So I think, to me, Eddie George is the best Buckeye ever, man. He is the best Buckeye ever. I mean, if you got anybody out there, much love to everybody out there, man. Let's go Buckeyes or let's go Michigan. Hell to love does only line to the. We'll get with y'all in a minute. But the best O-State person ever, speak it out. You agree with Eddie, baby? Okay, I agree. I agree on that too, man. Just let us know.
Well, I was talking talent. Now, my favorite player.
I'm talking about talent. Who's your favorite player?
I have to go with Doss.
Doss?
Yeah.
Hometown favorite.
Yeah.
Doss is up there. Doss came back his senior year.
Won the championship?
No, he didn't win it his championship. Did
he won. He came back and won. He came back. It's him and.
I thought he won his junior year because
he came back.
I thought Drew Brees beat them and went to the Rose Bowl that year.
No, his last year.
It was his last year.
That was his senior year.
Okay, it was his last year. Then let's switch it over. to the best Wolverine ever. Who's the best Michigan Wolverine ever?
He's on ESPN now. Desmond.
Desmond Howard.
Mm-hmm.
Explain why.
The man was lifeless. Matter of fact, he reminded me of Garrett Wilson, who we got right now. Garrett Wilson. That's what he reminded me of.
Garrett Wilson. Wow. I think the best Wolverine I think ever was Charles Wilson, especially his senior year when he switched to offense, played a lot of defense, shut everybody down. You know, went with that wonderful war with Boston, which I was going to bring up, but I'm bringing it up now. Won the Heisman, won the championship. He was everything. We were supposed to get that guy, but he ended up going to Michigan.
Well, I mean, that's the one I just said. He was Ohio. Both people we just named was Ohio natives. He was from Toledo area, and I was from Cleveland.
Man, I remember because I was playing when he was playing, and you know, of course, I ain't never had the talent like he had, but man, watching him in high school, with his skill ability for Michigan, and here we go. You know what I'm saying? So, and Michigan, who the greatest Michigan player ever? Let us know. Shout us out. We spit it out, man. I'd like to hear what y'all got to say about that. You know. Now we're gonna What I was saying earlier, Michigan fans, what is your favorite rivalry game? You know, who out of all the O State Michigan games, what's your favorite rivalry game? I can go with two. I'll start with like I was saying, the Ed George. We were supposed to be we was undefeated. We had Matt Finkis, Mike Vrabel, Katzenmeyer in the middle. You know what I'm saying? We had everybody. Then we went up to Ann Arbor. Tim Biaka Batuka was not playing it. He was not playing it today. That man ran for like over 300 yards. Broke my heart, man. I was a senior in high school, man. That's when I used to take those sports to heart. And when we lost that, man, my whole world was rocked. And then the second one, I think it was 2000. That's when Charles Woodson and David Boston got into that little fight on the line, you know what I'm saying, and got to scrambling and everything. And once again, we came with another loss. We end up with another L, but them was one of, my favorite, So how about you, Big Jim?
Probably like 4 years ago, Curtis Sam was triple overtime thriller. I think it was like 4 or 5 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
It was Samuel took it in at the game winning touchdown.
Okay. We can work with that. You know what I'm saying? Let us know your favorite rivalry game. These, what is it? About 102nd, 107th?
I'm not sure.
It's somewhere in there. Ooh, not best Wolverine ever. Got to switch it up. Not even predictions yet. Football heads, once again, is presented to y'all by Woolly Whiskers. Go cop that Woolly Whiskers, man. You can hit up Tavette Williams. You can hit up Andre Williams, man. It's not only good for the man's hair, it's good for the woman's hair, man. Your ends and everything. If you go to Tavette and you get your little ends taken care of, yes, it's Woolly Whiskers. And it help you grow, getting a nice shine, nice thickness, nice growth to your hair. Now back to the show. We already discussed the best Buckeye ever. We already went through rivalry games. Let's go to the keys of victory for a shot, even though I ain't keys of the victory. Let's say, even though we both O State fans, let's say we a Michigan fan. We Michigan fans right now. What do you feel that's needed for Michigan to shock O State tonight?
Their defense line rattles CJ. They can rattle him now. He can be rattled. If they can rattle him and he start throwing balls high, and they can't run. I mean, you take away the offense, basically. You just take away the offense. But you have to, get some pressure on CJ.
The keys for Michigan, like you said, the D line got to at least pressure. If they're trying to get CJ Stroud off his point, off his mark, defensive line got to, just not just have a 4-man rush, maybe a 5, but at least a strong 4-man rush. Drop 7 back, a lot of zone coverages because our receivers, they know how to break wide, they know how to stretch things out. If you can just keep everything in front of you, then maybe you can come out with a win. As far as them offensively, just keep pounding the ball, maybe hit with a play action fake, see if State can bite because we still young in the secondary. So if you can catch him slipping or whatever, drop a bomb and there you go. If you owe State, which we is, what do their keys to victory?
We just got to play our game. I mean, just no mistakes, no middle mistakes. Play our game. The defense needs to step up. Our defensive line needs to step up. We got a couple defensive backs that's going to be out, so you don't have to get pressure on that quarterback. Which Michigan is running team anyway, so it stopped the run.
Well, since it's noon, we're gonna end it off with the predictions. Predictions, Big Jim. What do you say?
I'm gonna go Ohio State. I don't know what Ohio State team gonna show up today, but I'm gonna go Ohio State. I'm not gonna say it can score.
I say Ohio State wins very, 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 very big today. I say they wins big. Let's go 35-14. Let's go 35-14, man. I know, everybody turning to their station's favorite station is about to get it popping. I appreciate, for the time that y'all stayed, man. O State is up in here. We going to the top. We're gonna rock it on. Until then, the inside of your boy Herm Jack. Big Jim can't stop. Much love for him to come show love. And we out, y'all. Have a good evening. Maybe even talk to y'all later.